Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in my weekly Forex Forecast. So I have same pairs like last week because we had some opportunities previous week and those pairs also are forming possible new scenarios. So let's check first Aussie Yen, and last time on the Aussie Yen we said that or we want to have continuation of this down move to this support zone or lower to the next one, or after trendline breakout, which we have to adjust a little bit here. We can look for buy scenarios, trade against main direction, and target daily 36 EMA. So as you can see, this scenario happened. But before I go to details, let's see still higher time frames to what we have. And on the weekly chart, we are making like a double bottom right now, so this will be interesting. The momentum still seems to be strong on the weekly time frame, as you can see here. So we can still have situation that because of the strong area of the support, price will just retrace a little bit, gain momentum, and then continue to maybe break and continue to go down, or we will stay in this zone and then we will wait for breakouts, yes, here or here, or another opportunity after double bottom, price will break and continue to go up again. Okay, so those are long time scenarios only. We will see. But if you see on the daily chart, you see the spike, and now price reached our target in terms of the trades against main direction, which we set previously. Okay, so as you can see here, we also have daily trend line here with the 3 touches. So now what we have, opportunity still to look for short scenarios after this short daily 1 to 3 continuation where to this previous bottom, next area, or lower if this is broken. Okay, so we have this, but let's see what happened exactly after breakout of this trend line on the 4-hour chart. Okay, so after this trend line breakout, like we said, or continuation to go down or up. And if you go to 1-hour chart, we had very nice setup, like a classic textbook example. Yes, 1 to 3 entry, stop loss, and in this case it would be around 60 pips. 2 targets were hit, yes, so it's a winning trade anyway. And if you manage your trade below the 36 EMA, if you take the stop loss and you manage below the 36 EMA, probably you would be stopped out right now on this, which is okay. But you can also say and manage this on the 4-hour chart. Yeah, so if you manage this on the 4-hour chart, you will be still in with the stop loss here. So what we can achieve right now, as you can see here, if we pay attention for this trend line on the 4-hour chart, we still have a little bit room to go. So what can happen now? Or we will get continuation with this daily 1 to 3. Okay, so this is our daily 1 to 3 here. So we can expect, of course, after breakout of this line, we look for short scenarios definitely. Okay, and another situation for day trader, intraday trading, is that if price retraces to the 36 here, we can still have situation that price will go up to maybe create double top, to create false breakout spike, and then we will get rejection and continuation. So intraday traders can still look for possible buy scenarios. So what we do, we wait for the 4-hour chart 1 to 3, okay, and then we go to 15-minute chart. And on the 15-minute chart, what we would like to see is possible breakout and option to go and buy this. Okay, of course on the 15-minute chart. Okay, because we cannot take this on the 1-hour chart; it's too aggressive, especially that price already touched. You see the 36 EMA here. Okay, so that's why this might be also a situation that we'll get only lower high. Yes, lower high on the 4-hour chart, and then price drop. Okay, so this is what we have. If you have clean breakout of this trend line, then we can expect up move and continuation to this next area of resistance, which is this trend line plus horizontal level is here. So this will be our next call, and then we will see if price breaks, continue, or will get bounce and another push down from the weekly time frame perspective. Okay, so this is Aussie Yen, interesting situation right now. And we had very nice setup here. Euro Aussie still sliding and ranging around the resistance. Okay, we have the next levels in case if price would like to follow up. Right now we just stopped here, and yeah, and we will see. Yes, there is still no situation, there is still no information where price might to go. If we, of course, we know that if price continue, we have this level, and in case of price bounce, we have this trend line from the lower time frame and weekly 36 EMA. So if we go to daily chart, you see, yes, price is still sliding, spiking here. So we don't have clean situation right now on the Euro Aussie. So we still wait, and in case if price decide to go down, this is our target, daily 36. In case of the breakout, we have this trend line, which is very strong. If price, of course, retrace to daily 36 and you see it's not breaking but it's pushing up, then we can look for buy scenarios, and we will target, of course, not this previous spike, those previous stops. Okay, so after retracement, look for buys, target again this resistance. So this is what we have. And on the 4-hour chart, which is interesting, we have this range, still a little bit of higher highs. So it seems that price is struggling. But if we get breakout of this trend line, yes, clear breakout with the EMA crossover, ideally, we would like to look for short scenarios and target daily 36 EMA and daily trend line. Okay, so we still can look for possible short scenarios after breakout. Okay, so if you start to see momentum, short scenarios, and here long, you see that we had those two spikes. So price really tried to push up but didn't go. So maybe that's why this time we will get this and price will drop. Okay, if you see again that price is going up and staying above, of course, then definitely you can look for buy scenarios and still trade with main direction and target the next area of the resistance. Okay, so this is what we have here. Euro dollar. So last time we said about buy or sell scenarios. Okay, after this retracement, we had this 4-hour chart long 1 to 3. In case of the buys, we said about this level. In case of the sells, we say about this level. And what happened here? Price went up, and if we go to lower time frames, this was our 4-hour chart 1 to 3, and if you go to 1-hour time frame, we didn't get a very nice or clean 1 to 3s here. You see, this was our first. So it was very difficult to take this. Yes, even if we take this, which I personally don't like, it's too steep, too funny. 50 pips, 60. So first target would be hit, and now probably you would be stopped out. If you still, if this position is still running, then you can still hold this. And lower time frame combinations, I think there was also nothing special because it was we had it here. Yeah, so there we had. Here. So I missed this. I didn't see this. Yeah, so this was 4-hour chart with the 50-minute, and this was very nice. Yes, this was very nice. And if you enter here, you see stop loss around 15, 20 pips. Yes, and if you manage this on the 15-minute chart, 50 pips will be our last target, and if you manage this on the 1-hour chart, it will be more or less the same. Yes, if you put the stop loss too close, yes. So we had this. I missed it, so I didn't see this. So now what we have on the euro dollar weekly chart, we have this weekly long 1 to 3, which is still nice situation for continuation to this area of the resistance, to the next area of the resistance. If we go to daily chart, now we will see that price stopped on this previous spike, which is also our last or previous resistance level. Okay, if I zoom out a little bit, we will see that this level is also can act also as a support here. Okay, of course the next one you see here, the next one is stronger still in my opinion, but now what can happen? We can have some reactions because of that. Yes, especially that it's visible that price reached this and react. So or we will see reaction on the daily chart and still will have continuation. Yeah, so after a retracement, we still continue to go up, target this, target that, or we will just get small time frame reaction for our chart, and we will still have continuation. This is our trend line. In this case, we can change the angle close to the 36, 3 touches. So we see trend line with the 36 is the same. So what we can do right now, daily, sorry, 4-hour chart 1 to 3, and then 15-minute long 1 to 3, target this or that. And then if price, retrace lower to the daily 36 EMA, we still pay attention and try to buy this. Okay. So this is what we have right now on the euro dollar. Lower time frames are not giving us anything right now. So this is what we have. GBP US dollar is the next pair. And last time we said about this 4-hour chart retracement and possible long scenarios. And we had very nice setup there on the 15-minute chart. Here, yes, this was our trend line, and we had two setups. I will show you here. We had this, even this, yes, the first one, but it was very difficult to spot. This was much easier to spot, and I took personally this. Okay, so this is the trade which I took here, and entry was here. Stop loss was around 25 or 28 pips. Target, so I took it here, so target was far away, 170, but I was trailing this on the 1-hour chart, so I was stopped out here because my stop loss when I saw this, so my entry was here, yes, somewhere around this zone here, and I managed this on the 1-hour chart, and when I saw this 1-hour chart long 1 to 3, I trailed stop loss below this spike, and then price kicked me out, and then went up again. And you see that in this case, this would be very nice trade, but still the bonus lot was still okay. It was around 50 or 60 peps, so still 2 times more than my stop loss. So it was also okay. And if you manage this on the 4-hour chart, yes, then you can still have position in running, or you just could close this around the resistance. Okay, so this is really up to you. Yes, we don't cry because price kick us out and went in our direction. Yes, because when we are at this point, yes, when we are at this point on the market, yes, we can still say that okay, price is making 1 to 3, making higher highs, higher lows. Yeah, so it can easily continue to go up without any problems. Okay, so we don't cry about that. We just make decision, and that's all. And now what we have on the GBPUSD dollar. Now we are in the range still, yes, here on the weekly chart. So or we have breakout continuations, target resistance, or price will bounce, and again we'll have this down move to this area of the support. So on the daily chart, now we are still pointing up. Okay, price is not reaching the resistance. So now, or we have retracement, and after retracement, daily long 1 to 3, and then we look still for buys. Target, of course, this area of the resistance. This is option number 1. Option number 2. Of course, still price is strongly pushing up. So what we can do, we can look for the 4-hour chart 1 to 3 right now, and still try to catch 15-minute 1 to 3. Okay, so whenever we get this on the 15-minute chart, of course, here we can look for long scenarios and try to target the previous stop. Okay, so this is what we have here. So this is option number 2. Another option is, of course, whenever price breaks this trend line. So if you get situation that price, for example, struggle and then it's breaking this, you can look for short scenarios and trade against main direction and target daily 36 EMA. And then, of course, you will see if price will reach 36, will start to bounce. You can close short position, look for buy scenarios. But if we have, for example, stop and then maybe price will breaks, then you will get very nice trade as a bounce trade. Okay, like here, for example, you see price was ranging, and then started to go down to this area of support. Okay, so this is what we have. So or now intraday trading longs, or you still wait for breakout of this. Of course, continuations and buys. Here, short scenarios, target daily 36 EMA. So next pair is USD yen. and USDN didn't continue to go to this support area. We said last time that we wait for the retracement, okay? We wait for the retracement to look for continuations, or we trade against main direction here and we target this, okay? Because we said about that because we had this trend line. So we said that price might react here, and it seems that the price reacted here. So that's why we could look for long scenarios there. And here we had this. Setup. Of course, it's not easy to spot them. Yes, this, and then later on you see price didn't break this trend line, but make this 4-hour chart short 1 to 3. Make this 4-hour chart short 1 to 3 on the 4-hour chart time frame. Okay, we had this. Okay, so this was, of course, not on the 4-hour chart because it's too late. But we could also mix this with the lower time frames, and we had 4-hour chart 1 to 3 with the 1-hour chart 1 to 3, and this was a very nice and good setup to enter. But price didn't continue, but decided to retrace on the daily chart. Okay, so this was good setup. So everything was fine here because we could expect continuations, but again, we have to keep in mind that price, is going down, then can retrace, and we never know when price decide to retrace. Yes, sometimes we have situation that price is pushing to this to the area of the support, and then is retracing. So that's why this was good trade to take. Like for example, you see here was going down, bouncing on only on the 12 EMA, and only here pushed up, broke, and then we start to have changed. Yes, so this was completely good setup to look for short scenarios, even about this trend line. Yes, even about this trend line here, because this could be also, situation that price reaches trend line, retest, a reaction and continuation. So, or double bottom even here. Yes. So all was good here to take the short scenario. But if the short scenario didn't work out, what we had trend line breakout on the 4-hour chart, so we could look for possible long scenarios on the USDN. Unfortunately, we didn't get such clear and nice setup like on the Aussie yen. We had only this, yes. So you see, this was only retracement to the 12. So or stop loss below the 12 or below the 36 EMA. So in this case, stop loss 65 pips. So 2 targets would be hit. In this case, your first target would be hit, and that's all. But of course, you still have to remember that if you take this trade, 36 on the daily is your target. Yes. So now what we have this situation like on the Aussie yen, that we have this daily short 1 to 3. Okay, daily short 1 to 3. So we can expect that price, breaks this and continue to go down. But we still have to pay attention for this trend line, in my opinion, because we have this bigger reaction on the daily chart. So that's why we want to pay attention for this. This is our line here. So we start to be in the situation that now we can, or we have this, yes, and price will go down and then breaks and continue to, so then we'll see that this trend line is not important. Or we'll have 1 to 3, price will react here again, and then went up, and we will see what happens here. Okay, so USDN start to be a little bit tricky, but of course we don't have confirmation yet if those levels are, at least for me, yes, because it can, like I said, do this easily. Okay, but we still have to pay attention for those levels if you want to trade this. Weekly chart, of course, no, is pointing still down. Okay, still pointing down, but we also keep in mind that monthly chart is making a long 1 to 3. Okay, so that's why. So this is how I see USDN. So after breakout, of course, we look for short scenarios, but we pay attention for this trend line, and of course this. And here about the long situations, now we can look for buys if price breaks, of course, this. So you can look for buys and you try to target this trend line. Okay, and then you will see on this trend line what will happen. And the last one is gold. And gold, last time we said that or we wait for breakouts or we look for bounces of this level, and bounce happened, but without any good setups for us. So now what we have, still around the same zone like last time. You see price started to range and it started to create this wedge on the lower time frames. Okay, so we are in the same position right now, or we wait for breakouts, we look for buy scenarios, target resistance, or we wait for breakout here and we look for short scenarios, target daily 36 CMA in case of the breakout, this trend line. So you see this is our wedge right now. Okay, so this is our wedge, so we simply wait for breakout of this wedge. And then, of course, even here you can look for buy scenarios, but then you have to target the previous top. Okay, so it will be even better if this wedge will go narrow like this, and then if price breaks, you will get better risk reward. Okay, here in terms of the long scenario. So we go to 1 hour chart now, and we simply have to wait. Yes, of course, another option, if you are bounce trader, you can look for price to reach this. Then what you do, you look for buys. If price reach this, you look for sells. Yeah, so you can also trade in this way if you like. This is very visible wedge. Yes, for our chart, very visible. If I can, change the angle of the line, we have also that. Yeah, so basically this is very visible zone. Okay, guys, so that's all. I hope you enjoy this. If you have any questions, just leave the comment. Wish you all a wonderful Saturday, and hear you soon. Bye.